what's up, everybody? Uh, Hi, Robin.
Hey,
Uh,
Jim.
Everybody will have to look by a little bit. My voice is a little nasal and stuff today. I've been sick, and um, that's that's kind of where I disappeared to over the weekend and things. I haven't felt very good. Uh, the school sent my kid home for Thanksgiving break with uh, I don't know something. So anyway, I've had that and a toothache for the last couple days, so
Dude,
I've been kind of quiet. Um,
that's all right. I can talk enough for both of us. Just tell
all
me
right,
what we talk about.
I just may have to pause occasionally to cough up what's left of my lungs. Good old cigarettes helping out there, but
Hey, I wanted to say something. I noticed. I like. Did y'all know that Andrew Wilson came on Pierce Morgan? And I watched part of it last night, and he was smoking cigarettes on Morgan's show. Like,
wow,
yeah, I cracked up. That just blew my mind because he smoked cigarettes just like one right after another during the debates and stuff. But on Pierce Morgan's show, he was smoking cigarettes. I thought that was funny. Sorry, that reminded me of that.
I think it's funny that Piers Morgan had Andrew Wilson on.
Yeah, there was like a progressive Christian on there too with him, like like giving him down the road. He's giving um, Andrew down the road over all the way they are acting and stuff, and that's not Christ-like and stuff. But and Andrew's over there just like on major television though. Like you don't see that anymore, just smoking away. I was like, God Almighty.
Yeah,
But all right, sorry, I just had to derail that for God.
no, that's fun. There's been I mean, that's the mainstream media is so bad these days that at least it was entertaining. I mean, uh, we we try to talk about like what goes on in like the last week since we did the last show, or if we've been off for a couple weeks or something, as we've done in the past. Like I try to I try to work my way backwards of like whatever the most recent stuff is, and talk about that because I figure that's the thing that's on most people's minds anyway. The uh, This week though has just been the week that keeps on giving. Uh, there's no way I could have got everything in this show that I want to talk about today. Um, but I've got a few things, and let's see. How do
Figuring
I
out the
want to?
dumbest stuff is hard to do
Yeah.
because it's like
Uh,
holding a beer every week.
let's start with. I don't know what I want to start with here. Should have figured this out beforehand, maybe, huh? Um, well,
Nah.
let's just start with this. So I had said to you, Robin, that we could cover this whole thing and that would be fine, and we could. But I think the first few minutes of it kind of get the point across.
I got some
Uh,
great memes out of this, by the way. Some great memes.
yeah, this is just how much Trump's brain is mush. Like he's just he he talks all these awful things and gonna do withhold funding and do all this awful stuff to New York because they've elected a communist, is what he said.
Yes,
Um, and Mamdani is a
and a
Democratic
terrorist.
socialist.
And a
Yeah, yeah, and
terrorist.
a terrorist,
Yeah.
and of course questioned his citizenship, because he's brown, and
Well, he's a naturalized citizen. Like he's not. I mean, he's not. He wasn't born here. He moved here.
well,
Yeah,
he actually used the words "he's here illegally" at one
yeah.
point.
He wasn't here illegally. He's a natural.
Yeah.
I
Um,
can't believe.
running for mayor of the biggest city in the country. He's here undocumented.
You can't be
Okay.
president though. That's only, I guess, the only bad thing. But
Right. But the you know, MAGA kind of flipped out about this, which is why I want to replay it, like because they just lost their shit over this. And this is demonstrates a different problem with Trump, though, is that Trump has no uh, he doesn't really have an emotional, he doesn't, how to say this, he doesn't he talks out his ass. That's probably the best way.
yeah,
And he just he nothing he says he means. It's whatever is good for him at the moment.
he's
You
two
know,
faced.
yeah. And uh, if I don't know how well the audience will be able to hear it, but when this video first starts, as they're setting up, you can hear Trump talking to him, and he says, "Oh, look at this! Isn't this cool? Isn't this cool?" And it's like that's what Trump got in there, and this charismatic guy comes in, and Trump just doesn't know what to do with it.
Yeah,
Uh,
he's so
and,
easy.
yeah, and he just played Trump like a fiddle. Like it was just it was perfect. But anyway, we'll let them show you
And
here.
Trump looks at him very lovingly too. Like,
Oh yeah, he just sits
like
there and just and keeps touching him and
I bet,
just
I bet Putin was jealous. That's shit.
yeah. Well, we'll get to that guy too. We got stuff to talk about him too.
He didn't even look at Melania like that.
Well, no, he's. Someone made the joke that uh, one of the shows was talking about how I think it was Jimmy Kimmel was talking about how Trump kept touching him, and yeah, he was like he hasn't touched Melania that many times in the last 10 years.
That's probably her choice, though. I'd say.
Yeah, yeah, but let's play a little bit of this, and you can either tell me to stop it or I'll stop it here in a second, Robin.
Look at that cheesy gold shit.
Oh, I know. It's and you kind of see. I think that's what he's telling him to look at. That's cool because when they pan over to him, you can see this look on his face, like what the fuck is all this?
It looks
Like,
like Caesar's Palace in fucking Las Vegas.
yeah,
They just
looks
need
like
to paint
look,
the clouds and shit on the ceiling.
reminds me of some of the drug dealers I've met in my life, but
Well, my drug dealers weren't quite that fancy, but
no, not most of them, but you know,
they didn't paint shit gold. They had tinfoil wrapped around everything.
yeah.
Yeah, I did. I got some great memes out of this.
Oh, I bet.
The big gold eagle statue thing.
Thank you very much. We've just had a great meeting, a really good, very productive meeting. We have one thing in common. We want this city of ours that we love to do very well. And I wanted to congratulate the mayor. He really ran an incredible race against, a lot of smart people, starting with the early primaries against some very tough people, very smart people. And he beat them easily. And I congratulated him. And
Who are the very smart people that he defeated?
The guy. Let's see. There was Cuomo, who he beat in the primary, and the thing about it was Cuomo, like Trump did an endorsement for Cuomo, and I've never heard such an endorsement in my life. He was like, okay, like that other guy is syphilis, and this guy is crabs, so vote for the crabs. Pretty much is what he kind of said. Like it was like the worst endorsement.
No.
It was.
Well, I mean, I imagine Cuomo's probably kind of hard to back at this point.
Yeah, well, he's a Democrat too. You know what I mean? So
Right.
Trump was like, yeah,
He's a Democrat, and last time he held public office didn't go so great.
No, he's like he was, sexual. He's another sex offender.
It's funny, isn't it? It's like even being a Democrat, that being a sex offender, Trump will take his side. It's kind of weird. Like, let me get this super chat, and because I want to say something else about that. Jester, $5 super chat. Trump's decor is confirmed to being available at Home Depot and on Timo. Gold leaf sold separately at Home Depot. Yeah,
Timu.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
get that big golden eagle at Timu.
yeah. It's made of plastic with gold leaf on it. It's everything. The truth be known, that motherfucker's probably solid gold. Honestly, I mean,
No. A bunch of his shit is not. Like somebody, I watched this one time where somebody was talking about going there and seeing him the first time, and he has like some gold like cherubs sitting
yeah,
on like a certain thing, and they were spray painted.
those cherubs were above the door at one time,
Yeah.
into the Oval Office. But yeah, yeah, some of it does look awful and fake. I'm just saying that it wouldn't surprise me, and that stuff. I doubt that stuff all belongs to him. It's probably stuff that the country already owns and shit for the most part.
Yeah, and he probably spray painted it with gold. I mean, it probably was a regular looking eagle. I wish they would bring back the eagle that attacked him. Remember the one where he was like messing with it and it was on his desk and it like
Yeah,
after him and he got flipped out. Yeah,
yeah.
that was still one of the best moments ever.
Put a bald eagle on there and let it snatch out one of his eyes. That'd be great.
It did snap at him, and he got away from it too.
Yeah, yeah. He moved in time. He
I loved it.
Yeah, but yeah, and every time you see Trump in the Oval Office, you get this like, yeah, there's this scene where he's got all the pictures behind him and stuff. But anytime they show any other part of the Oval Office, it is awful. Like it's the ugliest thing. It's like
It looks nothing like it used to.
it's like what Scrooge McDuck's office looks like, I imagine. Um, all right, so I think there's some great questions in here, though. I think the press actually asks some questions, trying to be provocative, trying to like get Mom Dummy to like snap at him or something. I don't know what they're going for, but they ask some doozies here, and it's funny.
Mondami's smart. He's
And we talked
smarter.
about some things.
A lot smarter.
Oh yeah, no, you're for sure. Like this guy he's. I don't doubt that he went in there knowing exactly what he was going to do to Trump. Like,
Everybody knows what to do to Trump. Just
yeah, I could
crazy.
handle Trump. I
Yes.
could probably get Trump to give me a pardon at this point. Like, he's
Yes.
an idiot, right? He's a simple idiot, and he's, you know,
Yes. And he like I guarantee he has somewhat of awe for Mondami for the landslide victory that he won.
yeah. Well,
He is like impressed by that kind of stuff.
he's got the one thing that Trump can't get, and that's respect and people that really care about the same ideals. Trump doesn't have that even within MAGA. Like MAGA follows him and everything, and sure, most of them would blow him at a moment's notice, but like he he doesn't really have respect from any of those people. The MAGA people, I think a lot of them they follow him for their own selfish reasons, right? Uh, Whether it be greed or power or money. Well, greed is part of money, I guess. But um, I don't think or hate or whatever it is. And as long as Trump's fulfilling those things, they follow him. That's why there was such a big fallout here, because they don't respect him. They want him to do the bidding of the hate that he has stoked.
Look at his hands. Like
Yeah,
um
he hides that one hand all the time now.
yeah. I didn't notice that before, but that's what he's doing.
Every public picture. Also, there's a weird thing I'm going to point out if we get to it in this video. I think that there's some infrastructure going on holding his face where it's at. I think that his face is
What do you mean?
drooping from strokes or whatever.
Oh,
And
holding his face where you think he's had Botox?
no, it's not, it looks more like it's like anchored up in his scalp somewhere, like a
Oh,
facelift, but one that he had this week or something. You know,
he's a
like it's.
lizard person now.
I mean, maybe there's one point where you can see like I'll show it to you whenever we get there, but his face looks funny,
Maybe
and
he's
he
dead,
keeps.
and this is somebody else's that's like got his face on.
Well, there's some conspiracy theory about some stuff like that, but um, I don't know about all that. But if you notice in this, he keeps he if you're from his perspective, I guess looking at it head on here, he's it's his right side, and he keeps it turned away from the camera almost the whole time. And when he does turn it towards the camera, you can see. But the problem is actually on the other side of his face. It looks like there's like tape under his makeup or something that's pulling. I'll show you when we
He
get
looks
there.
very non-orange in this picture.
Yeah, and that could just be compression from where it was a YouTube video, and I downloaded this one in 1080, so I mean it should be good enough to not have that kind of compression, but whatever, we'll see here.
In very strong comment, like housing and getting housing built, and food and prices, and the price of oil is coming way down. That anything I do is going to be good for New York. If I can get prices down, it's good for New York.
The price of oil is not way down.
And on Dommy's there looking at him going, "Yeah, motherfucker."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the price of, I mean, I know that.
I don't care.
Yeah, I know that.
I can't afford to go on a trip. So why do I care how much gas costs?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's. We've got another clip here in a little bit where they talk about everything's cheap and all that, which is obviously horse shit, but we'll let him keep going.
New York, and we've got them down, way down from last year. We have, as you know, I've been saying to a lot of people, Walmart said that Thanksgiving this year is exactly 25% less than last year, so that's good for New York.
Now, I want you to look at, let's see, I don't know if it's going to show up. Let me get,
Kudos to Mondami for sitting there and listening to that bullshit about making faces.
oh shit, I don't know what I just did. Oh, that was the animations, okay.
I would have rolled my eyes. Or something.
Yeah, why is this not working right? Because again, it's the wrong thing. Okay, we'll just play it from here.
Good for
But
everybody.
you can
But I
see
just
on his
want to
face right here
congratulate. I
that
think you're going to have
part of it
hopefully
that
a
there's something
really
weird
great
going
mayor.
on.
The better he does.
You see how this side's like pulled back? It's, I don't know. There's a line that goes down under his eye across his cheek, though. You can see it at one point, but keep an eye out for that. Tell me what you think.
The happier I am, I will say. There's no difference in party. There's no difference in anything. And we're going to be helping him to make everybody's dream come true, having a strong and very safe New York. And congratulations, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Yeah, Equus, that is true. The thing he's going on about Walmart being 20% less or 15% less or 300% less,
but it's got less food in it.
Yeah, it was based on 26 items, and now it's based on like 21 or something. It's less stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot less stuff, but
yeah.
But he's goofy.
I found a little turkey for tomorrow for $6.68. I'm proud of myself. Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Too bad it wasn't 666 tsunami. I would have told him knock 2 cents off.
shit. You can't buy something that's $6.66 here. These fucking assholes end up.
No, they charge me 666, and I always am like, because I think most people tell them to like do something different, and I'm always like, cool, whenever I get it.
Yeah, yeah. They're like, uh, I worked at a McDonald's and there was some order that was always $6.66, and people would come through all day long and be like, "Oh no, I'll order something else." And I'm like, "Are you serious?"
Yeah,
Like, you know, just because the total of your order comes to a price doesn't mean that you worship Satan. Please, like, uh, but you have that, I guess.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Please.
I appreciated the meeting with the president, and as he said, it was a productive meeting focused on a place of shared admiration and love, which is New York City, and the need to deliver affordability to New Yorkers, the 8.5 million people who call our city their home, who are struggling to afford life in the most expensive city in the United States of America. We spoke about rent, we spoke about groceries, we spoke about utilities, we spoke about the different ways in which people are being pushed out, and I appreciated the time with the president. I appreciated the conversation. I look forward to working together to deliver that affordability for New Yorkers.
Thank you very much. Any questions, please?
President Trump, Stephen Nelson from the New York Post. I've got a question for you and then also one for Mayor-elect.
Sure.
For you, you referred to Mr. Montani as a communist. Can you describe why you feel that way? And also, will you do anything to stop him from arresting Prime Minister Netanyahu if he visits New York?
Well, we didn't discuss your second part of the question, and on your first part, I mean, he's got views that are a little out there, but who knows? I mean, we're going to see what works, or he's going to change also. We all change. I changed a lot. From when I first came to office. It's now quite a while ago. It's quite a while. My first term was great. We had the greatest economy in the history of our country. We're doing even better now. We're doing much better now than we did even the first term. And I can tell you some of
Not true, obviously.
yeah. Oh yeah, I just love how he just lives in his own little world, and
Yeah,
like,
I think I'm going to start announcing whenever I come on. Welcome to the Kentucky Atheist, the biggest channel on YouTube,
yes,
the
the
the most popular channel on YouTube.
yes,
Like,
the best. We
just,
have the best numbers. We have the best shows. We have the best. Yes, just everything.
I was talking to a bunch of atheists, and they were like, "Sir, it's the best channel."
Yeah.
Uh,
Thank you for what
it,
you're doing. Thank you for what you're doing. Yeah.
tears rolling down their face, and they were just like, "Sir, your channel's just so bigly." Yeah. The shit he says, like, it's
What's
it's
like we didn't all of us live here when
yeah.
that happened.
We convert we
Like
converted so many Christians.
we're all
Yeah,
new here. We don't remember anything about his first term.
yeah, yeah. Like, the gaslighting with Trump is on a different level, right?
Like,
Because, like,
yeah, I
you
think
get this from both parties. I mean, both of them do it to some extent, but
no, I'm not
you
like that. I like that.
usually with, well, I mean, it's a politician thing, right? Because usually I think what politicians are trying to do is they're trying to
He's
look
gas.
over here at this
He's
thing I
just
want you to look at, right?
yeah, he's just gaslighting is what he's doing.
Yeah, Trump will take, like, the economy, which is facing a deep recession. Inflation is up, jobs are down. I mean, everything's going poorly for him,
Yeah, our
to the point
economy's
they
in
won't
bad
even
shape.
release the numbers,
Yeah,
right? They
yeah.
won't even release our GDP numbers.
No,
Um,
our economy's in bad shape, like real
yeah,
bad. I think, from what I hear. Yeah.
and Mamdani, of course, plays, and correct me if I'm saying his name wrong, but he plays it perfectly here because he doesn't take the bait, because that's what that was. That was bait to get into a conversation with Trump about the economy, and uh, what Trump does then is points to these like allegorical things, like or he'll MAGA will say, well, all my friends are making more money, anecdotal stuff, things like just stupid shit,
Yeah,
and it's like
all his friends are making money. That's exactly right.
all of his friends are making money,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
that's exactly right. Yeah, that's exactly right. He's not, at least I mean, he's sort of honest about some things that really he ought to not even say because he knows it don't matter anymore.
Yeah,
It never did. Like, they don't care. The fact that they're like up there cleaning out our fucking, treasury and just, pillaging the fucking everything from the country. Yeah. I,
the
I I think the first reporter though that ever says, "What the fuck are you talking about?" should win
yeah,
an award. Like,
yeah.
that's what I want to see. One of them when he say it, Dana said, "But what the hell are you
Could
talking
you
about?"
can you believe he called that reporter piggy?
Yes,
Like
yes,
that.
yes. I believe it. Yes, I'm not surprised a bit. I have a meme too of Miss Piggy and Kermit, and it's like um, Miss Piggy hosts Kermit at the Oval Office, and it's them two. It's supposed to be them two. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Let me turn off this thing. It's bothering me here. Where's it at? There we go. Yeah. Trump will take like whatever the most obvious thing is, right? Like the economy's not doing great. Every metric you can look at is bad. Every metric you can look at shows that he took a record-breaking economy and has almost completely destroyed it on its way. The and the left is kind of guilty of this thing too, about talking about what's going on Wall Street as an equivalency for how the economy's doing, and that's just how rich people are doing. It's not. I mean, yeah, those public businesses, you want them to do good, and the stock market, it doesn't give you a clear picture of the economy though, and
No.
but that's what he'll take the most obvious thing, like the economy's in deep fucking shit. How's Trump gonna address this? Well, how he's gonna address it is he's gonna pretend it's not the case. Like he's just gonna keep saying that everything's fine, and his people will repeat it, and then it'll become true. Uh,
No, it won't become true.
well, no, that's what he thinks. Not how words actually work, but you know, uh, still like it's and the I do have to say, like, in this country we have a real problem with people not understanding things in the political spectrum. Like people, what was it? A third of Americans can't even name the three branches of government. Like um, it's people. Trump being so stupid has kind of forced people to know a little bit about stuff, though, which is kind of a good thing. And I mean, the Trump is an awful human being, an awful administration full of sexual deviance and just corrupt pieces of shit. And
And
that's
complete incompetence.
yeah,
Just,
yeah. Well, that's what I always say. Their incompetence
I
is the
mean,
only
they're
thing
everything. They're
able to be evil.
incompetent, corrupt, and deviant, and um, yeah, just like
Well, the
every worst thing they could be.
yeah, if it wasn't for their incompetence, like
Now,
uh,
no, they would have took over the world.
yeah, luckily that saves us. Like and it's awful that we have to rely on just getting lucky that they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Like
Yeah, yeah, it's like, yeah. I mean, like, it's. We
yeah,
used to, in my county, back when I was selling dope and stuff, we had like a bunch of clowns as like sheriff department, and we used to joke about it all the time, me and all our buddies, because we would be like, we would be in jail, if we had, but we had Roscoe P. Coltrane and Buford T. Justice and, all of those people as our sheriff, as our cops. And that was the only thing that probably saved us from going to jail is because the cops were just fucking morons. And yeah, we elected those morons to president.
Yeah. Ember said, "You know how you can tell chat trolls are foreign bots? They can read the chat." I watch Schoolhouse Rock, so I know the three branches of government. I know what a bill is.
Yep, I'm just a bill.
Yeah. The it's it's frustrating though, like because it's like, okay, whenever you talk to somebody who's a Trump supporter, if you choose to go down that road, I guess, they they'll say these things. Oh, Trump's making the economy great. Oh, you just wait till January when there's no tax on overtime and no tax on tips and oh yeah, because less money would make the economy work better and the government work better. Like um, you can't. Anyway, I'm just not going to go there. The Isn't it weird we know the government from a cartoon instead of school though? Well, we didn't watch like Schoolhouse Rock. Yeah, I remember those couple of little songs about how government works and stuff, but um, I mean that's one of the things like at least was in the books that we had at school. Now, whether it was taught well or not is different, but at least it was in there. But but yeah, Trump's Trump and his administration, their ability to do evil is constantly thwarted by their own incompetence.
Yeah, they should. I mean, they like yeah, they step in shit all the time. Like it's just, and
Yeah,
the Republicans have always been like that, sort of. Like the most fervent of them have always been like that. They make a lot, like okay, like Texas was I probably like with their redistricting they done. Okay, like after they redistrict and everything, they actually fixed it to where the Democrats could probably win seats.
yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean? It's like, yeah,
yeah. That's a funny thing because it's like whenever they were threatening to do the redistricting in Texas, Gavin Newsom in California were like, look, if you do that, we will have to do this thing. And they went ahead and done it, and California passed Prop 50. And the the thing is though, is it was their incompetence to even to do it that they failed. And so now California will gain 5 more seats at least. And
and the judge blocked theirs.
yeah, Texas ain't getting shit.
And did you know what? You don't have anything about Indiana on here today, do you?
No.
Okay, I don't know if anybody's aware of this, but Indiana lawmakers, which are a Republican majority, um,
Yeah.
refused to be a part of this. They refused because he tried to get them to do it, and actually, I think 8 or 6 of their lawmakers so far up there have received death threats, and I mean, they've been like really going after them, and
Their reason for refusing, though, I think had more to do with what Governor Pritzker was threatening them with than their own,
but
decision.
Pritzker ain't governor of Indiana.
No, you're right. That's the thing, though, is they border them though, and they were like,
Oh.
um, he said that if they do this thing, it's going to be unpopular, and what he'll do is just he'll redistrict along the border, and they'll still end up, if they do it, it'll end up going worse for them rather than better. And he showed them the numbers and stuff on it, and
Yeah. Well,
so
I think that I've heard that there's a lot of like Marjorie Taylor Greene jumping ship. I've heard that there is
oh,
a lot of Republicans who are going to be resigning, and I think that most sane Republicans realize that they are, if they anchor themselves to this ship, they're going down with it.
I think it's too
And
late.
yeah, but they are like trying to jump as the boat is going under. You know what I mean?
There,
Like, but it will suck you down. I mean, like you
so,
have to swim a long way away from a boat when it sinks to be able to not get sucked down in the tow. And
so I think Trump is going to unilaterally extend the subsidies for insurance,
he wants
um,
to.
at least temporarily. And there's, you're right though, with the people resigning. They realize now at this point. I mean, just in the last couple weeks, members of Congress have found out. Okay, the Epstein files are way worse for Trump than anybody imagined,
Yeah,
and they've found out. Oh, hey, also the economy is fucked. These tariffs are fucked, and now Trump's backpedaling on tariffs. He's backpedaling on the Affordable Care Act. He's backpedaling on even his conversation with Mamdani here. He's they realize he's weak, and he's just going to continue to say crazy shit.
and they remember the No Kings.
Yeah,
I mean, the turnout for the No Kings
yeah.
is always on their mind.
Well, like what was in the news yesterday? Florida flips blue. Like they're one of the responses to such an extreme government is that you alienate, of course, the people on the other side, but all those in the middle and all those moderates too. And they've just all turned against Trump now, and everything blue because Congress has shown, Republicans in Congress have shown that they have no fucking spine, and they'll just do anything Trump says, no matter how bad it hurts people. And
Yeah, he would have been luckier. He would have been better off, like for him, for what he was wanting to do, if he had a Congress that would not have let him do all this stuff,
yeah, yeah,
because of his just insane amount of over the top bullshit. He is like just completely just what I mean, like just making it to where only the bare minimum of people will be able to hang with him, and and that's because Congress just let him do whatever they want. I mean, it's rough for us right now, but I think maybe it'll get them out of there for a little while anyway.
yeah. Now, if Democrats don't take that opportunity and completely, you know,
Well, I
fuck
mean,
it.
I really don't know. I mean, like, I don't know what the Democrats could do right now that would make them worse than that party.
Well, it's not. It's. I don't think that they would be worse. The problem is, though, is that it's. There's a lot of messaging and imaging things um that go on.
I just don't see
There.
how anybody could even like. I don't
Well,
know.
no, they're not. But just like with Trump now, the big word for the election is going to be affordability. Uh, that's going to be the thing, and rightfully so. Republicans are going to be painted as the ones that are destroying affordability, and these things go back and forth, though. So then, while Democrats have an opportunity to take power and do something with it and make changes to stop shit from like this from ever happening again, um, they're kind of known for their inability to actually accomplish anything, even when they hold the majority.
Well, I mean,
So
they accomplished stuff. Like under Biden, they accomplished a lot actually.
they did
But the
early on.
reality is they don't go after the things that they need to do. They should have tried to fix the court. They should have, I mean, when they should have done stuff like that.
Yeah,
And because they keep pretending like that the Republicans are going to play by the rules next time.
yeah, yeah, yeah. The lesson to learn here is kick these motherfuckers while they're down.
Yes.
That's that's what needs to be happening. They need to continue to just to 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 stay on them with this and not let up over it.
Yes.
And hopefully they do. I do hate on the Democrats a lot too, because I think they're shit in a lot of ways too, but a different brand, right? They're not the same thing. The Republican Party is inherently evil. They are
It's like
They are out to
syphilis.
cause the death of people. They are out to enslave poor people and destroy small business and all that shit. Like they
It's
want to
comparing
destroy.
the syphilis and the crabs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh, I don't think the Democrats are of the same caliber. I think they've got their own problems that are different than the problems with the Republican Party. Um, but I mean, you're talking about hundreds of representatives, Congress people, state Congress people, all that stuff. Of course, there's going to be some problems with that. I mean, bureaucracy is has its issues to begin with, and those things are going to show themselves, and you know. We're all going to be biased to our own living situations and our own uh, how everything is. You said something though that is important, and it's the crazy shit that Trump says. One of the things that I say about creationists, whenever we talk about religion, is that creationists are the ones that are destroying Christianity.
Yes.
It's not atheists. It's not the people who are showing all the harmful things they're doing. It's the people that go on and make outrageous fucking claims that then a regular person is like, is that true? And so they use their magic light box to look it up on the Googles, and they find out that, oh, that's not true. What else are they saying that's not true? And it leads down this road of you know, just showing that the person's being dishonest and lying to you. And people don't like to be lied to.
I'd say
And
Trump has done his damage to Christianity too. Like, yeah.
oh, absolutely.
I don't know if y'all watch. I always watch him and him had a thing on there like 10 years ago. They did the same thing. Gallup poll said, asked Americans, "Is Christianity important to your daily life?" And 68% of Americans said yes. This was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
This year, it went down to 49%. So it almost dropped 20 fucking points in 10 years. So who has been around for 10 years? Like,
Well,
if we could
with
keep him alive for just a little while longer, we might get rid of it.
well that so one of the things I think this is my prediction for those numbers. As the baby boomers and the older groups start dying off, and those numbers, the adult population starts shifting more towards more recent generations, you're going to see a fast change in those numbers because again, you have this source of unlimited information at your fingertips that most people carry in their pocket. I mean, um, it's easy to go and look things up. Now, I will say that the problem with the Republican Party and many times religion as well is that it's easier to believe a lie than it is to go find the truth, and that tells a lot of the story. I mean, especially for those that aren't very well educated. Um, and we all fall for those things at times, though. It's your ability to how much do you fall for it, though? Like I'll tell you, at one time, the first flat Earth video I seen, I was like, wow, that's interesting. I didn't know people even thought that, and I wasn't really buying it, but like some of the things they said, I was like, wait a minute, I don't think that's right. And I went and looked it up, and it's people can do that, and some do. And luckily, the crazier the claims are, the more likely people are to check them,
Well, but like I said, I think that even the people who don't want to check their religion, no, but they have believed in Christianity as something of a moral position.
Oh, sure.
Like, what I mean? Like,
There's
it's
other reasons.
there,
Yeah.
there's the ones that are using it just to get power, but there are people who believe these things and believe that that is a moral position, and those
Intelligent people.
people
Yeah.
are having, um, you know, that's who, like Trump is kill and all the attacks on the LGBTQ community have hurt them so bad when it comes to like the young kids, the
Yeah,
girls.
yeah,
I mean, yeah, I know the boys are the young men have like pondered off to the right, but I saw like where with in young women from like age like 19 to 28 or something like that, that like 10 years ago 1 in 5 wanted to move out of the United States, and now it's up to like two or three out of 5. So like they are running off the women. I mean, like the girls, and of course that's why the guys are running around because they can't get a date because they live in their mom's basement and call women piggies and stuff like that. And yeah, and
yeah,
they're going to have even less women because I mean, like women are flocking out of that party right now. The old women may be there, but the young women are leaving. I don't care what Turning Point likes to try to make people believe. No.
yeah. Well, no, I think there's. It's not just the one thing, right? I mean, there's other aspects of it too that lead to that. But the I think that the extreme positions, though, like I agree with you. I think that it's damaging their credibility even within their own base. Like, um, whenever because if you happen to follow me on Facebook or whatever, on my personal Facebook page, I spend a lot of time correcting stupid things that people say, and um, some of them learn a little bit anyway. Now it doesn't change their position, and that was never anything that I thought was going to happen. But I mean, whenever you go saying extreme things, you're going to get more bots from people who are like, you're wrong about this thing in whatever way. And so there's been a lot of pushback, and there's a lot of people who, because of these things, have went and learned stuff. I've learned stuff about the federal government in the last few months, even that I didn't know before, because I've had an interest in, other people's well-being other than Donald Trump's. But
This was one
uh,
of my favorite. Like civics was like one of my favorite classes. So like
yeah,
I was already in this. Um, I just assumed like that everybody else, like I know they had the class with me, or in my high school, and it's amazed me how many of them don't. My dad was a teacher, and he was like mocking me for bitching about due process being skipped, and I
yeah,
was like, I said I hate the thought that you were in high school teaching children, and had so little um, knowledge about how our government works. That's really weird.
yeah, yeah. From my experience, the football coaches were all the civics and history
Yeah, my
teachers.
dad was a basketball coach, and I actually don't think he taught civics and stuff. I think he probably taught health, which ain't much better. Actually,
Right, a lot of
he
them do that
actually
too.
thinks that he's a rib probably shorter than I am, and so you know what I mean. Like, um, and I can't imagine him teaching sex ed at all.
Mm.
Like he would be like, oh, he couldn't
Well,
he couldn't get through that.
I mean, I think that people in this community somewhat have we have an extra tool that not everybody's working with, and it's because of what I said earlier. Like, I'm used to whenever a creationist makes a claim about anything to go look it up because it never says what they say it says. It's never the thing that it's either quote mined or it doesn't exist or it's just not true or they're just they're just wrong. I mean, like every time, and that's kind of how it's became with the Trump administration and Republicans because
Yeah,
whenever they say something, I'm like, is that true that we made this many jobs? Is it true that the economy is in this state? I mean, these are things that even if you don't know, just based on general knowledge of what's going on around you, even if you don't realize that the price of everything's up, you can go look, and the price of everything is way the fuck up. Like it's not
yeah.
just
People are
um,
not stupid. People going
yeah,
to. like people are like Trump thinks he can gaslight people who go to the grocery every week, and it's
Yeah.
you know what I mean like they know, especially because most of his voters or many of them are on a fixed income of some
You
sort.
you know what I think? I think that Trump has so little experience with like buying groceries and stuff like that that he doesn't realize
But
that
he has no
people will
experience.
notice that things are more expensive.
I mean,
I really,
remember when
I
he
think,
learned the word grocery? Like it was like the
yeah,
first time he'd
and
ever heard the word
thought he was bringing it back. Yeah, bringing back the word groceries.
I mean, because he eats. I mean, he didn't know that anybody ate anywhere besides like order McDonald's.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like to him, like it's always been staff and people that worked for him that prepares his food and stuff. He doesn't know shit about a grocery store. He's probably never been in a grocery store.
No,
Um, the so to him, he thinks he can tell people, oh, everything's way cheaper, and they're not going to notice because groceries. Who pays attention to that? Like he just. I think it's his own ignorance of it that makes him think that. I hate to think, and that's giving him the benefit of the doubt because it may actually just be the case that he's aware of all these things and he's just lying. You
no,
know?
he's never been in a grocery store. I mean, like this man's been rich since he was born.
Yeah,
You know, like he didn't go in grocery stores. Would you send?
yeah,
I mean, you don't send like your sex offender son to the grocery store. Um, no, he thinks he's better than. I mean, like I said, he's an idiot. He doesn't know anything really. He's just so in his own little world.
yeah. I think that
His hanging must really look bad though. The way he's got it, he's been like you know what I mean. Like even all that talking, he's still got his
yeah.
hand like that. I,
I think Mondami plays this perfectly though because he could have came into the office and said things. He could have pushed back on Trump and could have whatever, but um, just let him sit there and look crazy. You know, just let him sit there and put his cognitive decline on display. I'm going to be nice and friendly and just let him do the damage himself. And that's kind of what happened here.
Yeah, he thinks you have to show an ID to buy groceries. That's right, Aunt Jer.
Yeah.
So he yeah. I
Yeah.
don't even know if he has an ID. Remember, he doesn't have a license. I know.
That was cocaine, not groceries, Donald.
Um, Mondami's smarter than that. I mean, for one thing, like no matter what he personally feels about Trump, um,
Yeah.
he owes the city of New York to do the best he can to get along with Trump. And
And that's,
unless Trump breaks, you know what I mean, unless Trump attacks the city like person, just because he attacked Mondami personally doesn't mean that the people of New York City should get punished for it. Um, and with Trump, there's just a whole lot better way to play him.
yeah. I mean, Trump will, again, I think that Mamdani realizes what we talked about here is that his incompetence will always outweigh anything else he's trying to do. Um, because these people are idiots.
And I mean,
That,
like look at Andy Bashir, our president. I mean,
yeah.
our governor.
Our
Like
president of Kentucky, Andy
yeah,
Bashir.
Andy Bashir. Yeah, he's gonna hopefully our next president. But like he says stuff about Trump, but then when he also says when Trump does good, he says something about it. Good. He always gets what he wants out of Trump. Like we never got any like cut in FEMA money. And like Arkansas, where his ex press, that woman that's the governor there was his press like person, and her dad is like the one that's the ambassador to Israel. He turned them down for their FEMA honey.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, he's an asshole.
Mr. Rogers Bashir, he gets his stuff every time. Mr. Andy Bashir has went to doing a segment now with a red sweater on. Have you seen that?
No, but
He's doing Mr. Rogers. He's awesome.
Andy Bashir, and this is, often as atheists and on an atheist channel, we get accused of like just berating believers
I
and
love that man.
and hating people who believe in stuff. Andy Bashir is a very religious person, like a very religious person,
Yes,
and a great governor. He can be both. Like he's and he's honest. He seems to be honest anyway so far. We'll see.
but see,
But
I have a group of friends that are actually doing a lot of stuff for him. Like, they're like doing podcasts and they're really trying to push him. And they called me about this because they don't want to. They're kind of trying to do it under a different, like, name, so that it don't come out that it's a bunch of atheists that are doing it. That because he was like, he said, I think Andy would be all right with it, but he said I think that it might hurt him. He said, so I don't want this to come, this to come out that this group is an atheist group. So I thought
yeah,
that was kind of funny because so we're sneaking in the back door, pretending to not really pretending to be believers, but we're not letting people know who we are.
I, I don't think the most interesting thing about me is my lack of belief in a God. But whatever.
No, me neither. But it is weird. I mean, like you know, what I mean, like they're saying that if he was running, then somebody found that out, they would say, "Look, Andy's supported by a bunch of atheists," and in Kentucky, that probably wouldn't go over well.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't think Andy would care, but I think that other people would.
yeah, no, yeah. I think so. I think you're right. There's always going to be that opposition. But I mean, whenever you have like the reasons that people oppose many of those things, though, are based in ignorance. They're based in hate because the other party has told them that these people are bad. Uh, these anything that benefits these people is bad. Anything that's a Democrat thing is the radical left. Like
Yeah, I understand why it is, but I just think I thought. I mean, my friend is like he knows that too. That's why he's not gonna. He's gonna. You know what I mean?
no,
Like,
I think that's well played. I think
yeah,
that's yeah. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like you know. I want to get to the part here where the press asks him some stupid questions. Uh,
My views have changed, and we had discussions on some things. I'm not going to discuss what they were, but that I feel very confident that he can do a very good job. I think he's going to be. I think he is going to surprise some conservative people, actually, and some very liberal people. He won't surprise them because they already like him.
And Mr. Montani, it sounds like you've had a productive discussion, but just days ago you referred to President Trump as a despot who betrayed the country. You said you would be his worst nightmare and accused him of having a fascist agenda. Are you planning to retract any of these remarks in order to improve your relationship?
I think both
I can't hear the questions very well, but
he
what
said
he
he would.
asked
Yeah,
was here recently you've said that President Trump is a despot and that his administration is fascist. And do you stand by those things? Is
yeah,
essentially what they asked.
yeah. You're gonna
Um,
restrict it.
yeah, and this question gets asked again here in a minute. Let me just say for a minute though, legacy media, fuck you. First of all, like,
I don't know. ABC or wasn't it ABC? The woman come out and said, um, how dare you
well,
have these people at the White House? The
I
9/11 victims are pissed, and then they asked the prince about cutting up the. I mean that reporter right there.
No, I agree. There are reporters in the game that are asking tough questions, but the obviously the media here, the only thing they're looking to do is stoke a fire. They're just looking for the dumpster fire here. Oh, let's bring up that he called him a fascist and all those. Not how are you going to fix New York? How are we going to fix the economy? Not anything like that. But let's just bring up the name calling and stuff and try to get these two to fight here in front of us. Like
Well, it's a good way
that's
though.
all this.
It's a good way to trigger Trump into saying stupid shit though, like
But,
this.
but it wasn't Trump they were going after here.
Yeah, but it kind of is probably
I
like
mean, it kind of is by making him say it to his face. It kind of is, but yeah, I
yeah.
think they're more interested in the drama than the answer.
President Trump and I, we are very clear about our positions and our views, and what I really appreciate about the president is that the meeting that we had focused not on places of disagreement, which there are many, and also focused on the shared purpose that we have in serving New Yorkers. And frankly, that is something that could transform the lives of the 8.5 million people who are currently struggling under a cost of living crisis, with 1 in 4 living in poverty. And the meeting came back again and again to what it could look like to lift those New Yorkers out of struggle and start to deliver them a city that they could do more than just struggle to afford it, but actually start to live in it.
And I've been called much worse than a despot, so it's,
The most true statement he's ever made.
Yeah, like, what the fuck is going on?
Look,
Like,
he's smiling about it. He's like, despot.
yeah,
What the fuck?
right,
He
what
don't even
he
know
get,
what a despot is anyway. He does not know.
that's what I think. The thing, I think he doesn't even know what it means, and he's just like,
He does not know.
he's trying to act like he does. The a perfect answer by Mom Dami, by the way. Like, we're just trying to
Yes.
take care of people.
Like
The
Trump needs him around to make speeches for him, actually.
Yeah, no doubt. Like, this little scene here is the most moderate Trump's ever been about anything. Like,
Look,
and
he's smiling even. Like,
yeah, oh yeah, he sits and just stares at him and smiles here in a second. Well, I want to get to the question about the fascist thing, because I think there's an important thing there.
wonder if he called him Bubba.
maybe I think he'll change his mind after we get to working together. Yes, please.
Mr. President, and here Mashhad from MTV Lebanon.
Good.
I would like to ask you a question about the Middle East regarding
Sure.
you said that Hezbollah in Lebanon is not in a good position, and Lebanon now is the final unresolved after Gaza and Syria. Given your assessment, like, what do you say for the Lebanese today? Is the independent state in Lebanon, and what is your next move to push towards disarmament?
Sure. Well,
They
we are
glued his
pushing
hand on to the other one, I think.
Yeah, and you can see whatever's up with his face here. That it's not symmetrical in any way. Like, his left eye's lower. This side's being pulled up into this hairline somewhere. It's not anywhere near the same.
He's got that turkey neck.
Yeah. How much do you love Trump, Laura?
I fucking hate you.
Okay.
That's my girl. That's my girl.
But yeah, there's a part right here where they're in this close up. When he looks at the camera, look at his face though. Something's weird.
Yeah,
I don't
you're
know.
right. He's had a stroke.
Yeah, something's not.
He's
I think I don't. I mean, I do suspect that he's had a stroke. But something. I think there's a lot going on under that lacquer there.
He's not lacquered though. He's not orange. They don't have his makeup.
He's not
on.
orange. He's still lacquered. You'll see it in a second. You'll see the light reflect off of it. It's on there thick.
I know, but like it's not orange. He's brown.
Yeah, I mean,
Plus
he
it's
must have.
fermented.
It's winter time now. Maybe he put away the burnt orange look.
for total disarmament of Hamas and, frankly, everybody else. And we actually have peace.
I missed it
As
there,
you know,
but
the King of
there's.
Saudi Arabia just left yesterday. We had some great.
You see this? You see how it's not symmetrical, and the right side, his cheek is like puffed out and being pulled backwards.
Yeah.
Like,
And
weird.
I think they glued his hand on too because he still has not moved it 1 inch.
No, he won't move it from there. He's covering that up. I think high BP and strokes have got to be common problems for people working in Washington. Yeah, and I'm not trying to like be mean or anything about it either. I have heart trouble and very at risk of having a stroke any moment.
And I had one.
Yeah, and Robin's had one, so it's not like we're not trying to be assholes about it, but there's obviously something going on here. Like, I mean, you don't have to. His face isn't even. It's filled out more, like on one side. It's not even. Something's weird's going on that side of his face, though.
I mean, I don't care. Like, I think if, like, I've had a stroke and, I would wish the same on him, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
He's still walking better than I am.
yeah. I mean, he's but he does a lot of sitting, and there's a lot of videos of him having trouble walking here lately. Uh, there's
Good.
but I'm not trying to say one way or another that he for sure had some medical thing. I'm just saying as soon as I seen his face, it just struck me as weird. Uh, there's just it's obviously not symmetrical in any way,
Well,
which is
the thing is so stupid about it is remember how like okay when Biden had the debate with him. Okay, Biden had been overseas for like a week or something doing all that some like foreign stuff, foreign fairs and stuff, and hadn't hardly slept any and all this stuff. And then the old man was old, and he's always had a stutter, and like they always like just never could ever stop just shut up about Biden, about him being sleepy or and stuff like that. And and I've read stuff about Biden, like people who flew on Air Force One with him when they went overseas and stuff, and they said he would keep them all awake talking like they
yeah,
couldn't even take a nap on there because he would just be telling them all his stories, that he has, all this stuff. And so he was not a low energy president, And so and here this man, is sleeping through shit and wandering
yeah,
around and everything.
yeah.
And nobody seems to care. It's like,
Yeah.
oh,
He literally snores during things like and that whenever dude fell out in the Oval Office the other day and like passed out,
that was,
he just stands there and looks at the camera like,
I'm just like so pissed that like, oh my God, they're looking at other people.
yeah. I think that's why he stood up is so like they're not paying attention to me. Let me get up here,
But
like
he was
because
like
he
so
obviously didn't give a shit,
he was
right? Like he
well, he
didn't
was
even,
just so like aggravated that it was even happening.
yeah
Like,
he's
get that dude out of here. It's wonder they
and
didn't make it.
he just looked lost, like just I don't know, it was weird, but all right, I'll let the video play for a minute now.
Meetings, and he's made a contribution toward the United States of more than $1 trillion. We have now over $20 trillion coming into. No country has ever had anything like that. Not even
20
and they still
trillion
and
dollars.
they still don't.
If you go to 2 trillion or 1 trillion, it's a lot. We have 20 or 21 trillion dollars. I think that Hezbollah has been a problem in Lebanon, big problem. We're working with Lebanon. We're working with everybody in the Middle East. That's another thing I think we have in common. We want to see peace in the Middle East, and we actually have now, for the first time, peace in the Middle East after 3,000 years.
Release. Sudan. How about
I must
Sudan?
I
Like,
must have missed it, right?
Sudan, there's like just a massive amount of people dying in like several countries over there.
There's multiple active genocides taking place in the Middle
Oh,
East right
but
now.
peace.
Yeah,
Even look, and I just want to say, Sam Harris, like I don't know, he's lost his mind. Now he wrote a piece the other day about why he thinks Trump should get the Nobel Peace Prize for what he did in Israel.
well,
Yeah, like the amount of brain fartery that like
I, you know, even if Trump went to the look, if Trump goes over to the Middle East and settles peace for everybody in the Middle East, so be it. I'm happy that he did it, right? Like I don't. That's one of the things that I think people get backwards is like, yeah, I speak out about the laws and shit that Trump says. A number of us do in this community, but it's not because we want him to do bad or we hate him because it's a Republican. Well, we want him to do the right thing, and if he does the right thing, I'll completely support it. But
and he
like
hasn't done that though.
no, he hasn't, and doing the right thing on this one thing also doesn't excuse all the other things, right? Like
Yeah,
that's another thing. Like, oh, I'm doing peace in the Middle East. Well, like even if you do peace in the Middle East, you're also currently trying to fuck Ukraine, and you're sending troops into American cities, which is not a good thing.
yeah, but he's not even
What,
doing the peace in the Middle East anyway. Like whatever deal he made with Netanyahu and all that right there was something that could have happened without him. Um, he and Netanyahu is the one that agreed to it, and
yeah,
not, if he hadn't agreed to it, it wouldn't matter what Trump thought of it. So
Detroit Atheist Queen Kelly just became a member. Thank you so much, Kelly. I will be over on Kelly's channel on December 12th, doing a show over there, talking with her a little bit. Definitely go over there. Let me see. I think I've got a tag for Kelly. Let me see. I'm almost certain I do. I know I've got one for Cynthia. That's coming up too, but
Cynthia, go back and watch the Roots Matter that was on the other night.
yeah,
Gosh, but just make sure you got tissues.
yeah.
I asked Cynthia, so are you gonna make me cry every one of these? And she said just every other one.
Yeah, yeah. I think that Cynthia and I are going to have a great discussion.
I
Honestly,
love Cynthia.
I do too. And Cynthia has done a lot of work with other outfits. It's her channel is new and growing, and obviously we'll talk more about that when we get here. But let me get back to the other thing. Kelly, thank you for buying a membership. I really appreciate it.
Yes.
Anybody else wants to be a member? 99 cents. Click the join button down there, and we'll do a member stream. I don't know. I'm tempted. I'm almost tempted to do one tomorrow evening or something. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Because it's kind of unpredictable for a holiday. But member stream coming up soon.
Yes,
So
and donate to Black Non-Believers or join.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. All that's rolling through chat there. Black Non-Believers, and go over and subscribe to Kelly's channel, Detroit Atheist Queen. And since we brought up Cynthia, I'll put it in the chat too.
And if you can, help Ember.
Do I have a thing for Ember? I do, don't I?
No, but I guarantee PC can find one.
I think I do.
We have PC, like PC.
Yeah,
So she can do it all
yeah. There's Ember's link
from a
too.
phone, even.
Yeah. So for those of you that come on the channel here or whatever, feel free to use those tags in the chat. You can do that yourself too. Like if you want to post your link or whatever in the chat, feel free. I don't care. Like obviously, don't come here and make it a whole thing of just like you're trying to plug your stuff. But if you want to drop your links in the chat, I'm not going to say anything, right? Like I'm completely cool with that. That's why I make those. Help everybody, including me. Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Well, if we love you enough, we'll plug it for you. We don't have to, but
right. No, I get those things up there when I can, and I've been trying to keep up with the chat bot, to keep that stuff in there so that when we talk about these things, it's easier for whoever's in chat to pull up those links. Like
yeah.
PC can't always be here, right? Like, but anybody for the tags for people's channels and stuff, it's usually just exclamation point in their first name, and it'll bring up their links. There's ones for Robin and Ember and Dave and Kelly and Cynthia and everybody who comes on the channel pretty much has one. So yeah, that's there. I try to help you guys out. Like I don't have really that huge of reach, but I do what I can to get you out there.
We know. We know.
The
all the good peoples.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah, there. I'm not going to say that. I'll think about that later, and we'll see. But I was thinking there's a way to call up links for everybody in chat, but that's a different thing. All right, I want to get to this one. I've got other videos, and they're much shorter than this one, but I just want this one part.
And now we're going to refine it, and I think you're going to see some very positive things happen.
There is the potential to invite the Lebanese president.
Oh, sure. Oh, I would do that, absolutely. And if the mayor would like to be here for that meeting, because I know he feels very strongly.
Wanted to address the cost of living crisis, and I appreciated the chance to discuss both of those things.
He said a lot of my voters actually voted for him, and
One in 10.
And I'm okay with that. I'll do that. I'll sign it. Give it to me. I'll sign it in a minute. That's pretty good.
MAGA at this point is just losing their shit.
Yeah, well, I like that. Like you can imagine, like they were expecting, like, oh, this socialist, and then, oh, your president sucks up to the socialist mayor. It's like, oh, they were sitting there going, what do we do now?
Yeah. Yeah, the half of them are saying now Mondani's great, and the other half are like, "What the fuck's wrong with Trump?"
Yeah, yeah. They don't know what to. I like it would suck to be because like they're so lost anyway, and like so they just kind of like try to think, well, I'll just agree with him, and like every other day they wake up and they have to like go back and reverse their position from yesterday, except on trans people. Like that's the only
Yeah.
one that they've held up like any
Well,
consistency to. Other
because,
than hating on trans people, he's liable to flip flop on them any day on anything.
yeah, yeah. I mean, the key to Trump is you go in and you tell him all of his gold looks beautiful,
Yes,
and you tell him,
he looks young.
it's an honor to kiss your ass, sir.
Yeah,
Uh, with tears running down your face, so that later he can,
but I don't think Mondami did that. But like,
no,
I love what you've done with this room.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, like that would go so far with him. I just
It's
love what you've done with the
do,
Oval
do,
Office.
do you know that's how I fucked with Kent Hovind? Like that was part of my tactics in our second debate was I went in and kissed his ass for a minute. I say kissed his ass. I just said a couple nice things.
Yeah, I don't think that really big ass kissing, but yeah, you were um you were like, congenial. But he has the same personality that Trump does, just
Yeah, yeah,
not
because
as much money.
it's it, what I did was I went in and I played the simple Kentucky boy, and told Kent that he was the most charismatic person on the internet, and and just the same like that, because then Trump doesn't know how to be mean to him because he's a coward, right?
He doesn't
Trump
want to be mean anymore though, because he has no ideology anyway.
Right, right. Yeah, it's Trump's ideology is whatever I want is his ideology. And he wants his ass kissed. And so coming in and just saying a couple nice things to him and not if you come at Trump sideways, he'll just try to stoke violence and use a bunch of rhetoric and all that. But whenever you come in and you're nice to him, he doesn't know what to do with it. He does not understand what to do.
No, he loves it. Actually, he just eats it up.
Yeah, yeah, no, he does, and I say he doesn't know what to do. It's not he doesn't understand. He doesn't know what to do. His reaction to it demonstrates he doesn't know how to handle that. Like he has no real position other than I'm great.
Yeah, but
Uh,
look how he's smiling. Have you ever seen him
oh,
smile?
oh yeah, he looks up at him and just smiles and stares at him, and
Yeah,
it's like that he may run as vice president, like
yeah. I mean, he's smiling like this whole time, and he never smiles talking to reporters because he hates that
and
part of his job.
and I'll say this, a lot of times we talk about, especially among this community of people, we'll talk about how like whenever certain things come up, you should call people out on their bullshit. You should be saying like this thing you're saying is wrong. This thing you're saying is hurtful to these people. We should be doing those things. And there's a lot of talk about that. And I think that there is truth to that statement. But there's also pick your battles. There's also a time and a place for everything.
Yeah.
And I think that Mom Dami kind of he didn't back off his positions here. He
No, but
agreed.
he was not. He was not. He was not. He's not being aggressive. Like, you
Yeah,
know, I mean, it takes very little to impress Trump. Actually, like,
yeah, yeah, right.
and it
He's
just
a
makes no
simple fella.
sense. It makes no sense really to go at him. Like, but Mondami would just be dumb to have came
Yeah,
in there and made a big like. If he did get Trump voters, and you know, what I mean, like he said, and I'm sure he did because he had to have. Um, you know, it would be stupid for him to go in there and like get in a fight with the president. He's newly elected, and he wants to help New York City. I really believe he does want to help New York City,
Oh,
and he's
sure.
got some pretty extreme sort of plans, like homelessness, addressing homelessness. That's very extreme for these people. But he has some plans, and we'll see
Yeah.
if they work. But he can't carry them out if he gets defunded. Like the Republicans in other states, were, like in the southern states, were actually passing legislation in their own state legislations that would withhold their tax money from being sent to New York City.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. The thing I've been saying Democrats should do for the longest time. Uh,
Which is a whole another topic, but like
yeah.
they were actually trying to decide exactly, well, like, okay, I mean, if we can do that, we can pass legislation where our stuff won't go to the Magic Zoo boat.
Yeah.
But so that
Yeah.
don't work. But
Yeah. I mean, whenever there's a lot to talk about there, right? Like there's a lot in that topic. The But yeah, no, you're right. Like it's and that's the thing that Democrats need to stay on top of right now is remember, given the chance, what these people will do to you. Don't Number one, stop them from doing it, and second, whatever it is we have to do to prevent the fascists from killing as many people as possible, for destroying democracy as much as possible. Like, whatever, I don't know what the best version of that looks like, but I know that it's worth trying to prevent, right? Like trying to prevent the awful things that they're doing. We can't just rely on getting lucky with their incompetency. Like, there has to be a proactive side to it too. And I think Democrats are kind of doing that now. Um, Everybody knows what was said here. I'm going to go to the next video. I'll just tell you what happens. So I think it's actually one of the next couple questions, but so they end up putting Mamdani on the spot and saying, "You called Trump a fascist. Is he a fascist?" And Trump prevents him from answering and says, "It's okay. You can call me that." The answer is yes. It's easier than explaining. Like, he's like, "You can call me a fascist." Like, that's not good. Um, it's funny to watch because of they've called this guy a jihadist and
oh yeah,
a
like he
terrorist.
would have thought he was non 9/11 and parachuted
Yeah,
out of the plane before it hit. Like,
I mean, the Carolyn Levitt the day before is, "We're having a communist in the Oval Office. That's what's going on here." They have said such awful things about this person, and then he comes in and is completely cordial and well spoken, and him and Trump get along. Trump can't get enough of him,
Trump
and
adores him. He looks at him
I
lovingly.
I think some of the late night shows get it right. Is like Mamdani's just he's a very charismatic young guy, and a lot of people love him, and Trump can't deal with that, So he's like being nice to him. He thinks he's cool, like,
Yes,
and
because he.
that's why at the very beginning of the video I was pointing out, you can hear Trump in the background saying, "Look at this! Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool?" Like, he's just he's blown away by this guy, and he's trying to.
Well, he is
I think,
rather nice looking, and
yeah, no, he's a good looking dude. He's I don't. I think that all those things though is why not only is he well spoken and a good looking guy, he's friendly, and he wants to take care of people. I mean, how can you can't really be against those things with a very good look at the same time. And I know Trump doesn't care about that, but it's I imagine there's a whole lot of handlers in the room trying to keep Trump in line here. He keeps looking at somebody over in the corner, but anyway, next video. Oh, me and you got huge for some reason. Why did that happen? I'm not even sure
Drew,
why that way.
Drew. What was the golfer that Trump was obsessed with his thigh?
Arnold Palmer.
Okay, maybe you showed him his Arnold Palmer.
Yeah. I said something about that the other day. Arnold Palmer joke. But
Bubba,
yeah.
Bubba. I hope you are going to. Are we going to get to the Mark Kelly thing?
Yeah, actually let's
Because that is the one thing right now that has got me. Like that is the to me that is the most disturbing thing that this man has ever done. Um, like one of the worst things I think he ever did was what when he insulted John McCain. And I know a lot of Democrats maybe didn't like John McCain.
Is Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent.
that automatically plays, Robin. I didn't mean to do that.
But you know, this was a man who was like he stayed in a prisoner of war camp for 4 years because he refused to be released ahead of the people that had been there longer than him. Like I
Yeah.
had a massive respect for John McCain because of his just his principles of like his other soldiers and stuff, you know, and and the fact that the United States allowed him to insult this man made me sick to my stomach. It really did. It made me, I mean, just very sick because I'm a big supporter of our, you know, like our veterans and American Legion and stuff like that. And it broke my heart to see that happen. And I can't stand this. Mark Kelly was an astronaut. A fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's a veteran. He's a Iraq veteran. He's, you know,
He served this country in every way possible. Like,
yes, everything that Trump has not done. And
yeah.
and what gets me is that you know, of course, a man who 4 times was dodged a draft through bone spurs would not have known what was in the fucking military oath. But the people in the military know. And this is where I think that he is fucked up really bad right here. This is where I think that he's lost his fucking potential to even control the military because I think he went one step too far right here.
Well, what this isn't that video. That this one's only like we're only going to play like the first minute of this,
Okay.
but I will pull that one up after this, and we'll take a look at what they said. And I've actually got it somewhere, but anyway, part of what we just talked about is how the gaslighting and the just straight lying about the economy and stuff like that. Now, I'm going to purposely poison the well a little bit here. I want you to watch how uncomfortable this man is in making the claims that he makes. Tell me, chat, do you believe the position that he's putting forward here?
Who is this?
This is Scott Bessent, Secretary of the Treasury. Or
Okay.
is that right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Treasury.
Is this the cow thing?
No.
Okay.
This is him gaslighting and saying that everything's doing great. And you know, to Meet the Press, MSNBC, they do, you know, kind of try to hold his feet to the fire here. So we're just gonna watch. This is like 13 minutes long. We're only watching like the first minute or two.
Secretary Bessent, welcome back to Meet the Press.
Chris, good to be with you today.
It's great to have you here in person. Thank you for being here. I want to start right there on the discussion of affordability. You just heard Vice President J.D. Vance ask people to have, quote, a little bit of patience with the administration. Let me ask you, Mr. Secretary, how long do Americans need to be patient? How long do they have to wait for the cost of living to come down?
Well, Kristen, in March of 2024, I wrote a piece and I talked about the 3 I's that were killing Americans: immigration, interest rates, and inflation.
Idiots.
President's closed the border and the mass immigration is gone. And that was putting, a lot of the immigration was putting upward pressure on housing, downward pressure on wages. Interest rates are down, and now we are starting to see the affordability. The prices get better. We had a very big.
Do you believe him?
No, he don't even believe him.
No, you can tell he's like I have to say this awful thing. Like I have to say this not true thing. You can tell. It gets worse though here in just a minute.
Yeah, and I just want to say that this man also like made the claim that the immigrants that were sneaking across the border were bringing their cattle with them, and that's why beef was more expensive.
But they want to bring it from Argentina.
I mean, but like, how would that make beef more expensive
That
anyway?
would,
You
yeah,
know what I mean? Like,
that would mean you have a supply. That means your supply is growing and your demand is not.
and like, and so I have all these memes of like immigrants trying to push these cows over the fucking wall, and shit.
Yeah, yeah. The sneaking cows in, was sneaking through the bushes with fucking a herd of cattle. Like, yes, yes, Scott, yes, that's what's happening. Let's hear some more of this bastion of confidence.
October for home sales. Energy prices, gasoline is down. We saw, we believe healthcare is going to come down. We will see an announcement this coming week on that. And so across the board, prices are starting to come down. We're having Thanksgiving week. This will be the lowest cost for a Thanksgiving dinner in 4 years. Turkey prices are down 16%.
And yet,
He's like, oh my God, I made it through without fucking choking.
Yeah, you can tell at the end he tacks on like, okay, now here's the political statement I say at the end.
He swallowed. Did you see when he swallowed? Like,
yeah, he's scared to death because he knows that he's getting ready to get fact checked. Like, he knows what's coming, and he's been told by dear leader, like, you're going to go out and you're going to say that everything's good and everything's great and we're all rich.
why does everybody in this administration look like they've been dead and they're like vampires or something?
Yeah, I think they have morticians do their makeup, because that's what they look like. They look like somebody who's prepared for a casket.
Exactly.
I wouldn't be surprised if these motherfuckers ain't puppets on strings anyway. Like
lizard people.
Yeah, like but this motherfucker, like, obviously doesn't believe the stuff he's saying. Let me just go back just a little bit here if I can.
some prices are going up. Of
I
course,
will just let him
we
lie
have
about it
seen
again.
prices increasing on staples like coffee, bananas, bacon. Inflation has gone up. It's at 3% now, up from 2% in April when the tariffs were imposed.
No. They weren't. So inflation hasn't gone up. And Kristen, the one thing that we're not.
Nuh-uh.
God almighty, look at him.
Yeah. No. Inflation hasn't gone up. Inflation has gone up. That there are, and she tells him, like, these are the numbers reported by, like, like, I didn't just pull this out of my ass like you are, sir. But yeah, this is a train wreck.
Going to do is do what the Biden administration did
Always
and tell
Biden.
the American people they don't know how they feel. They are traumatized, and over the Biden inflation, we have slowed inflation, and we are working very hard to bring it down. Kristen, I can tell you that the Council on Economic Advisors has a study. You know the best way to bring your inflation rate down? Move from a blue state to a red state. Blue state inflation is 0.5% higher, and that is because they don't deregulate, they keep prices up, energy is higher.
Should we discuss, if we're going to have that discussion, Mr. Scott Besson?
They don't deregulate. You have dirty water. And
shouldn't we also talk about are these red states profitable? Are they, because the truth of the matter is number one, California subsidizes like a big chunk of red states. Like, red states lose money. They have their economies suck. Their education sucks.
Your rights suck if you're a woman.
Yeah. They're taking rights away from people. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And look at him. Look, he's got the I said something good. Look,
plus, you're gonna have health care in a little bit too.
Yeah, but
PC, you can ask PC though about he's talking about the energy prices because PC lives in an area where they've built one of those AI like power things or whatever,
yeah,
and like her energy prices have went fucking up through the roof.
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
yeah. He's just full of shit, and this is what they do. Um, one more second for her to correct you.
Just according to the consumer prices, inflation was at 2.3% back in April. In September, 3%. But let me ask you about tariffs, because there's this big announcement on tariffs. Since you were last on this program, the administration announced it was rolling back tariffs on more than 200 food products. You have said recently that you think tariffs help consumers. If tariffs help consumers, why is the administration rolling them back?
Well, first of all,
Great question, by the way.
Kristen, if you look at the data, that imported goods, the inflation has actually been flat. Inflation is up because of the service economy
you
and
said we're not
services, so that has nothing to do with tariffs. And many of the food items where the inflation is coming down, the USTR has been working very hard.
So he's wrong and he's lying.
He's not even a
Tariff,
good liar. He's not even a good liar.
the tariffed products they're talking about are responsible for the rise in inflation. 100% responsible for it.
And
Um,
the fact that they fucking deported all of our fruit pickers and shit too didn't help it.
yeah, yeah. Inflation goes from 2.3 to 3%, and you sit and say it's not actually happening. Like, nuh-uh. And she's like, here's the report from the people who would know. And it's bullshit. Let's see here. Let me get this other video.
Tsunami, get the bacon and pies.
Yeah.
I so would love to see Tsunami make bacon and pie. Like,
well,
I would.
Yeah, it's going to take a minute for me to pull this up. I have to open my Discord back up. I closed it earlier.
This is the scariest thing. Is this about the? To me, this is the scariest thing that they've done so far. This is the scariest thing. And also, and if anybody didn't know, they dropped the charges against Comey and Letitia
Yeah.
James this week. Not they didn't drop them. The judge dismissed the cases.
Well, they dismissed the case on Comey, and now it's past the statute of limitations for him. He can't be recharged.
Yeah, but they dismissed it for Letitia too. That judge did because he said.
Well,
that,
yeah.
He said that the judge said that Trump that was not legal for him to.
Yeah, illegal appointment.
Yeah, appointment of things. So.
Yeah, so Lindsay Halligan was illegally appointed Attorney General for the state of Virginia, and so anything that she did is,
so
garbage.
Kudos, I mean, like, at least Letitia James and Comey and them, they've they stood up. They stood up to him, and Letitia, I mean, she stood up real good. She was like, "You're not gonna put me." I mean, she's like, "Bring it on." I loved that. Loved it. But this right here is what scares me. I mean, when we start threatening, because every one of the Democrats that were in the video that said that you can ignore illegal orders were veterans. There were no non-veterans in that video. So every one of them was a veteran.
Yeah.
One of them had taken that military oath and had said that military oath and had every right to make this point. I mean, anybody in America has a right to make the point, but especially when it comes to our veterans. And that's one thing, that the Republican voters, whether the Republican Party gives a shit about the veterans, or our military, is a questionable thing. They've proven again that they. But now the Republican voters don't feel that way about our veterans. They love our veterans. I mean, they almost like hero worship these people. And when he starts attacking them, I just don't think that this is going to be his best position to take. And
No, not going to go the way he thinks it's going to go.
It's so blatantly wrong. Like it says in the damn military oath that you do not follow illegal orders.
So I'm going to play this. This is the AP reporting on it. I'm you doing this as a screen share, so if it doesn't come through clearly or whatever, let me know. My computer doesn't like when I do it this way, but let me play this real quick and we'll talk about it. This is less than a minute long.
I like how he's
Trump
supporting
is
the death
accusing
penalty.
half a dozen Democratic lawmakers.
What is it, Robin?
I like how he's supporting death penalty for seditious behavior.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Even though he pardoned the motherfuckers that had been convicted of sedition.
yeah. They weren't Democrats.
Of sedition, quote, punishable by death, after the lawmakers called on U.S. military members to uphold the Constitution and defy, quote, illegal orders. The 90-second video was first posted early Tuesday from Senator Alyssa Slotkin's X account. It features 6 lawmakers, all veterans of the armed services and intelligence community. In the video, they speak directly to U.S. service members.
We know you are under enormous stress and pressure right now.
Trump on Thursday reposted messages from others about the video, amplifying it with his own words. Democrats accused him of acting like a king and trying to distract from the soon-to-be released files about disgraced financier and sexual abuser Jeffrey Epstein.
Okay.
And you know what? Mark Kelly was on Jimmy Kimmel last night, which I loved.
I watched that too.
Jimmy had him on, and Mark Kelly said, I will not back down.
Yeah.
He said, I will not back down. He said, I'm in the right here. He said, I served this country too hard and too long and to ever bow down about this right here. And I love that.
I don't know. I agree. Obviously, I agree with their position that, you know, military members should not follow illegal orders. That's part of that's part of their oath and part of their general orders, and
It's actually a law too. There's actually a law based with that too.
Yeah. I don't know if they went the best way about it, making that statement though. I do see some issue. Well, because what you're essentially doing is
prompting Trump to say punishable by death, which, like, I think that it's
that I'm not. One being wrong doesn't make the other one right. I'm not saying that.
It drew out the perfect response from him.
Oh yeah, no. I agree with their position, obviously, right? Like I get it, but making the video. So if I tell a group of whoever, you know, like you only have to listen to them if what they say is legal. So then I've put the burden on them to decide what's legal and what's not, and that may not be the best way to handle that. I think something more like providing legal assistance to troops who question those orders.
But they are doing that too.
Well, I think that promoting that thing would have been better. I think that the message gets used against them by pointing out something that's obvious. Then you can say that their reason for pointing out this obvious thing is to cast doubt in the command structure. And
I think that this was already happening. I think that Navy.
Oh, I do too.
I think that
in fact, we know this has been happening because,
and I think that though this right here, this video, I think it was genius because Trump did exactly what they thought he would do. He came out and said, these are traitors and we're going to punish them by death. And by doing that, he is completely, like I said, he is completely destroying his support in the military for the actual people who are in the military who actually care about that. I mean, like all this other time, he has had these people tricked into thinking that they were the patriots, you know, and I think that this right here is one area where he has shown that they are not the patriots, that that he's not the patriot, and I think that it was like his biggest mistake. I do. I think it's the biggest mistake he made.
Yeah. Titan points out this, and this is actually what I was getting to. It might, under some circumstances, sow doubt about obeying orders. It was entirely appropriate in this circumstance to murder a fisherman off the coast of Venezuela, already being Cold War. So, yes, you're right, and I think that's because there are a number of generals in the military who have been questioning the legality of the orders that they're being given. That this has already been happening. So for them to come out and say it, yeah, it was a fine response, and I agree with what they said, obviously. But I just think that there was a better way to go about it than trying to make a viral video.
I don't know. I think it was genius, actually.
Yeah, I don't.
Because I think they played Trump, and he played right into their hand. Because now, um,
Well,
now you've got to support Trump on this, or are you and be against a Iraqi veteran who was in the
yeah,
Navy and it was an astronaut. Um, yeah, I mean, like,
people in the military don't really care for it.
that's exactly right, and that's what I've been concerned mostly about, though, is all his little his little rallies that he was having with the
Yeah.
military, especially the Navy. Remember when the Navy, hoo-yah, Trump, hoo-yah.
I think their point is perfect. It's the execution that I'm bitching about, and that's just my personal opinion. It's,
Yeah.
you know,
I
whatever.
think it was genius, and I
Yeah.
think the fact that Mark Kelly is a Navy man, especially after all the sucking up he did to the Navy, I think that Mark Kelly probably put himself out there as a sacrificial lamb.
Oh, sure.
Be the one, and he could be the next. I thought about last night when I was watching Jimmy Kimmel. If he wins this battle with Trump right here on this, he'll be the next president probably. If he
Oh, I don't think so. I don't think it run.
He may
But
not run, but if he wanted to be, he would, because
yeah,
he will. Yeah, if he comes out ahead on this, like, the only thing that will mess this up is the Supreme Court. I mean, I don't think they'll let him execute Mark Kelly, but
no.
the Supreme Court would be the only thing that would throw a hair in this.
Well, Trump needs to be very careful here about what he has the courts do, because what could happen here is if they start setting precedent about what is and isn't seditious here, very quickly some of Trump's past actions fall into that category,
Yeah,
and
and he pardons people, like he pardoned the Oath Keepers guy and the Proud Boys guy, both, that had been convicted of sedition. So
yeah, yeah, yeah. He's it's okay if it's seditious act in favor of him, not the other way around. Um, One other thing I have here, and I'm not going to pull it up. It's this was on my local news, and I had sent this to Robin. But being a nurse is no longer considered a professional degree
yes,
by the Trump administration.
my sister and both her daughters are nurses too.
My mother and sister, my mother was a nurse, and my sister is a nurse practitioner.
I'll probably bring this up tomorrow during turkey dinner,
Yeah,
because my mom and dad, are Trump supporters,
yeah.
and my sister and both her kids are going to be there, and I probably will bring this up during the dinner.
That's one thing I'm glad about as far as Thanksgiving dinner goes. Like, I'm gonna have Thanksgiving dinner tomorrow, but it's only gonna be with Laura and my kid. Like, like, I don't have to do any of this. Like, now in the
We're
past
going to be in the Cracker Barrel, so mom and dad won't make too big a scene in the Cracker
yeah.
Barrel. They'll just
Now,
have to sit and listen to it.
last time we did Thanksgiving, we went to my mom's, and uh, everybody immediately told me I wasn't allowed to talk about religion, and then proceeded to bring up religion over and over and over. But yeah, so I'm glad to be sitting at home having Thanksgiving dinner this year.
I'm glad you're having a good Thanksgiving.
Yeah, yeah. The I don't, you know, we and a number of us do. We spend so much time and energy arguing with idiots about things that should be obvious, um, and you uh, that becomes at times like, especially like whenever it comes to having the same argument with family that you've had over and over. Maybe it's not worth having that argument. You know, like
Like,
yeah,
uh, I can't say his name. Goth Peter Pan. Is that what it says?
yeah.
Honest question. Where can I hear these things Trump has said about nurses, veterans? News, like any kind of news
I
source.
got you. I got you, buddy. Right here. Hold on.
I mean, he
I'll
didn't
put it.
say about nurses. The Trump administration just made the ruling this week that nurses was no longer a profession, a professional degree. Like, and what that means is what it matters amounts to is it changes all of the like funding that is allowed to be into like people to go to nursing school and stuff. You know, it has a lot of implications on things that don't makes most people don't know nothing about.
Why?
Now about the veterans, I mean, he said that they were traitors for making this video and that they could be court-martialed. He's actually had um, the FBI, Cash Patel, has opened an investigation against um, Mark Kelly to
Yeah.
see if he can court martial him. Okay, thank you.
I I can't. For whatever reason, it's not letting me post links in the chat.
I mean, you can see it about anywhere though. I'll just Google what we said. What about nurses? Google about what he has said about the lawmakers that said it was illegal to. I mean, it was they were supposed to. They had a duty to ignore illegal. And thank you for not. Yeah,
Yeah, I've tried to post the link to the video that I'm referring to, and it will not let me. But I see a number of other people have posted it. So, um,
I mean, I don't like Trump does enough stuff to where we don't have to lie about anything he does. Um, because we couldn't even make his shit up and be any worse. The only thing he's not doing is like sacrificing babies and eating or drinking their blood or something. Like he's about anything else. he's
it must be that my link is too long or something for chat. Maybe that's what the problem is, because I'm still showing up in chat. It just won't let me post that link. It must be too long.
okay.
Um, but yeah. And welcome, Goth Peter Pan. You can ask any questions like that. I don't come on here and make baseless claims like the economy is great and energy is up and food is down and all. I don't come on here and say things out my ass. So and that's exactly what we do week to week here is we take the things that they're saying and we show why they aren't true, not just say that they aren't true.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but welcome, and I'm glad that you asked a question. Feel free to ask whatever.
Yeah.
But
I understand that 7 days a week too, because I used to do that for years and years, hauling milk.
yeah, yeah. I'm sure this won't affect our ability to get health care at all. So on the healthcare thing, Trump said what he wants to do, which obviously he has no plan. What he wants to do is give money to people, and then they can go buy their own health care, which is stupid. If
And
you're going to do that, if you're gonna give people the money to pay for health care, let's just have universal health care.
yeah, they're just making it more expensive. Um,
Yeah,
and the thing about it is always if you have pre-existing illness, there's most of the time if they get rid of the ACA, you cannot get the health care. Like
right,
you cannot get it. I mean, there's
right.
nobody that will take it, no matter what
Well,
money you want to put out.
big
Because
money.
yeah,
Sorry, I'm messing with Laura.
but he's going to extend them, right? He said something about extending them. He knows he knows that this is like costing him. This is why everybody's Like since that thing, the shutdown, they've never recovered from that.
Yeah. So, what Titan is telling people to join here is the Discord server for the Kentucky Atheist Discussion Discord server. I will post the. It'll pop up there in all those links and stuff. Actually, I think I have one just for Discord, don't I?
Well, it boosts the economy, Titan, but it also raises inflation. I mean, that's one of the reasons why we had a lot of inflation after the pandemic, is because of all the money that was handed out. And like right now, I feel like there's no telling what kind of financial shape this country's going to be in when they leave. Because I feel like that they've probably just siphoned every dollar out of every place they could. Like,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I think that obviously Trump's lying about the $20 trillion from
yeah,
tariffs.
of
I
course.
mean, he's lying, but there is some money there, and where's that money going? Like, there's Trump talks about the country so hot and all this money. Well, inflation continues to rise, prices continue to go up. Where's that money at?
Ice,
Um,
ice, and
yeah,
buying jets. Christian Om got a private jet
yeah.
to fly around on, and
So she can be like Cash Patel.
yeah, I mean, she got her own private jet and stuff, and you know,
Yeah,
and ICE people are getting paid ridiculous, and they're supposed to get these big bonuses for Christmas, and just
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, me and Robin are waiting to get our Doge check and our tariff dividend checks. We're waiting on those. I assume we'll get those before Christmas, right?
And
Uh,
another thing Trump did is ended the um, direct file in the IRS.
yeah,
So now, like like I always had like a little. I always have a website do my taxes, and then they direct file it, and it gets back faster and everything like that. And that's gone. So now you have to go through either a tax filing place, like whatever the tax places are,
yeah,
or you have to go mail in a paper thing. You cannot do the direct file anymore. He got rid of that.
yeah, yeah. Of course he did. Um, the How long discussions a few years ago, economists, because I don't understand non-economists, UBI could fail to raise inflation rates. Everyone, reverb claim. Travis Neville's here. Well, hi, reverb. Um, yeah, I mean, it's it's like this gaslighting thing where everything he claims, everything we watched dudes set and knowingly lie on camera, and you could see it all over him that he had no confidence in the lies he was telling, and he was going to get caught in them, which he did, and you can go watch that on Meet the Press or whatever, but uh,
He acted like he was scared the lightning was going to strike him.
yeah, yeah, I don't. And for the most part, 99% of the people here watching and stuff and taking part in chat, I don't think that you don't know these things or don't understand these things. It's not, I'm not here to inform you. If we do use like sourced materials and the things we say can be checked and all that stuff, and I encourage anyone and everyone to go do it. Don't believe what I say. I'm just some dude. Like that, I have no clout in order to tell you that the things that I say should or shouldn't be believed, but I can tell you where they came from, and I can tell you where the things that Trump says comes from too.
Yes,
And
and I appreciate everybody coming to watch me bash Trump for 2 hours
yeah,
once a week,
yeah,
because like I even get told by some on our side that I have a
Trump derangement syndrome.
yes, and I told him, I said, the amount of Dunning Kruger that it takes for a person to look at somebody and say Trump derangement syndrome is like amazing. I mean, like it's just like when creationists say, "Oh, um, you're crazy for believing in evolution. You know what I mean? Like it's the same thing. It's like
Yeah, no, it's exactly the same.
yeah.
I'm gonna say nuh-uh, and then fill it with prices are down.
I always
Straight
I
line.
always say Trump devotion syndrome actually leads to people who vote for pedophiles and rapists as president. Yeah, that's Trump
Yeah,
devotion syndrome, which is TDS.
yeah. Crabs and
Pregnant
sniffles
syphilis.
are on
It's
2025.
yeah.
There you go. Yeah, I think that most of you know this, and we come here and we hang out. And we just talk about it and kind of have fun and look at some of the stupid and silly things. Uh, if you sit in the right spot, you have an awesome Elvis Pompidou. Yeah, the I don't hang up my green screen most of the time these days. I just use the virtual one, and it looks like shit. But
It's like you got bean. I got one of them little beanie things, like the Pope wears.
yeah, it there's a pile of clothes back there in the background, way back there, and I guess it keeps trying to focus on those, and I don't know why it fucks up. I can turn the light up real bright or set way far back, and it doesn't do it. But yeah, fuck it, don't care.
And this
If
is my real room.
if you're here and you're looking at my picture that hard, I've already won. Um, the but yeah, these we sit and we hear things, not just in religion, in politics, but a number of things. You sit and you have people who just say things are a way that they're not because they feel that way about it, and um, it's important to remember that what people feel and think about it um, can become more important than what the truth actually is. Uh, the If you have enough people believing a lie and acting on that lie, it doesn't matter what's true. Um, yes, we should still call it out and make a scene of it and stuff, but and it's really easy with a lot of these people to say, when they come up and say, "Oh, well, Thanksgiving was cheaper," you know, it's easy to just say you're a fucking idiot and go on, and just let them say the stupid thing. It's none of your jobs to correct people or whenever they do that. But I hope that a number of you do watch these things and say, hey, I recognize this as this person, gaslighting me, and call it what it is. You don't have to correct them. It's not your job, but understand what's going on, like understand what it is that they depend on. The Trump administration and Republicans in general prey on ignorance. They prey on ignorance, and they prey on hate. And um, you can talk about failures of our education system, wealth inequality, um, racism. Uh, there are a ton of different issues that all play into this same thing. I mean, it's a very large, nuanced conversation whenever we talk about the why things are a certain way with any of this. And I hope though that you guys come here and enjoy me and Robin bullshitting around, and I think it does give us both a chance to kind of vent about what's going on in Trump world, and we have fun doing it, and I'm glad that people come watch it.
Yeah, because I actually sit here a lot of days and just vent to myself
Sure.
about it. And
I
like
tell Laura, and she tells me to shut up.
yeah, well, I don't have Laura here to have to listen to me, but I'm pretty used to talking to myself, and and since I agree with me on this, then I don't fight back. Like I give like Trump hell, and then sometimes God. Last night I was really on God's issue, like what I mean.
Yeah, and I'm kind of like I'm sure people who have watched a number of these shows know that, like, I'm not going easy on the Democrats either. Like, it's about for me, it's about what are the consequences of these actions, and sometimes they get it wrong too. And again, I agree, not the same thing at all, but they make
Yes.
mistakes too.
Tsunami, please tell Lena I said hi, and since now I can rant to Lena.
Yeah, yeah, Lena, listen to you, Ria.
Yeah, Lena's staying down there with Tsunamis. That's pretty cool.
Oh, I didn't know that. That is cool.
And look, and Tsunami's baking her pies, so that's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, missed that chance. The uh, it wasn't Trump. It was the other people in government that wanted him gone and put pressure on Trump. Trump is a puppet anyway. Yeah. I mean, to some extent. I think Trump's base is what the appeal that Project 2025 Heritage Foundation people had with Trump is because it doesn't matter what he does. He famously said I could go out on Fifth Avenue and shoot someone and nothing would happen.
See,
He's right.
yeah, I don't think Trump is a puppet. I think Trump is
Is a
is
tool.
the way a tool. That's exactly
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
He is the way they got in. I mean, they got in on his coattails, and then he's just letting them run amok and do whatever they want to do. But I mean, he's not a puppet. He's just a full blown um, idiot with no strings. They just like they have no control over him. Actually, it doesn't seem like I'm sure they've been like, oh my god, this man. I mean, because he's managed to like do shit that has like really hurt what their plan is. 'Cause,
So,
most of them out there like talking on this dumb shit on the TV, except for Stephen Miller.
so there's a article that I was just sent, breaking news thing here, and let's take a look at this.
Yeah, well, how about this?
Not good news. So what I'm going to do here is I'll put this on screen. Maybe is it not going to? Why did it? Oh, there it goes. Come on.
Maybe should we you prepare us for this, or is this going to be triggering, or what?
Well, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, there's a big delay. Let me see if I can get this. For some reason, it's not wanting to add it to the scene. Um, all right, here it comes. The computer's catching up now. Let's try this. Go see it for yourself. Cool. Uh, Titan Uranus sent me this just a second ago. Um, I'm
Well, we lost Joe. Can y'all still hear me? Hello? Tell me in chat if you can still hear me.
anyway.
I can't read what it says. Multiple people. Okay.
The article.
Yes. Can y'all hear me, Tsunami? Joe, we can't hear anything. Either the stream or you. It says you're offline. Okay. There's been a shooting in Washington, D.C.
Just shot moments ago in Washington, D.C.
2 members of the National Guard were shot near the White House.
Yeah. I posted the article in chat. What it says is Multiple people were shot 2 blocks north of the White House just before 2:30 p.m. on Wednesday, News 4 has just learned. At least 3 people were injured at gunshots at 17th Street and First Street Northwest, right next to Farragut Square. A law enforcement source told News 4 the scene is now secured and shooting suspect is in custody. The Metropolitan Police Department said on social media just before 3 p.m. Sorry, one of the people injured was taken to the hospital via medevac helicopter. The other 2 were taken to the hospital by ambulance. 2 of the victims were National Guardsmen. The Associated Press reports the law enforcement source told News 4 at least 1 guard member was shot in an exchange of gunfire. The area is shut down while law enforcement investigates.
They were ununiformed too at the time. Just is what this says too.
Yeah. This just happened less than an hour ago, Sumami. I can't for whatever reason I can't share my screen. It's not liking me trying to do that for some reason, and it fucked everything up. But I did. There's the links are going through chat here too. So
Oh, and another thing I forgot about Carolyn Levitt. Her nephew's mother got arrested by ICE.
yeah, that's another one. The
You won't even tell people that you're related to Levitt to get out of jail.
yeah. Yeah, Titan. Yeah, sorry, I messed up the link there, Titan. My bad. The I don't know what the issue was there, but yeah, that's going on in Washington D.C. Trump just said they haven't had a murder there in 6 months, which I think it was Jimmy Kimmel fact checked him and said there's been 62. But but yeah, that's terrible. Not what you want to see happen, but unfortunately, it seems to be.
It's no surprise because the country is at a. I mean, there is such a tension, like in our country right now. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
and we have idiots on one side that don't seem to even be paying attention, like Fox. You know, like what's his name? The newscaster at Fox, the little skinny wormy guy, that one that flattened his wife's tires so he could like take her home and shit. I think that was his name, but
Yeah.
he just like he's like so is careless. I mean, they are so careless about the stuff they spread, as if there's no
Yeah.
consequences to it.
Yeah. I mean, Trump goes on about you should stop the rhetoric and we have to stop this rhetoric to prevent political violence. And then just like we talked about with Ron Mamdani today, that he's called him a terrorist and a jihadist and a communist and with the people who did speak out to the military saying don't follow unlawful orders. He's threatened to death against those people. They're getting death threats. They're having to have security details follow them 24 hours a day now. This is unfortunately on the rise.
But he's pissed off true patriots. Like Mark Kelly is a true patriot American. Like, and he's brave. He's he's went to war, and fighting Trump is like nothing. Like his least concern. As far as like being scared for his life. And I think he fucked with the wrong bunch this time. I really do. Because I
Yeah.
can't see my MAGA friends going up and standing against that veteran.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm sorry. When they start doing that, and I see,
Oh, I think they will, but
I don't think mine will. And if they do, the ones that do, I will call them out on it. I'm going to say,
Yeah.
I mean, because that
have
is,
you lost your goddamn mind? Yeah. Yeah.
yes.
That's what needs to be said. Sometimes, I think, especially in this space, we have a lot of times where we interact with people that we disagree with, on religion normally, and we're very careful about like, let's not call people stupid and idiots and things just because they believe, something that's very irrational. But like, let's not do that. But sometimes um, the the act is so offensive in nature that you can't help but just be like, are you fucking insane? Like, what is your what's your malfunction here that you want to speak out against veterans? You want to act like Mark Kelly isn't an American enough for you? Like,
That's right.
Mark Kelly isn't a patriot enough for you? What the fuck? Like, what's wrong with you? Um, the and sometimes I think you'll find a mix of things with me, because if you go through like my personal Facebook, you'll see me on there like giving MAGA people shit. Like, I don't hold back on them. And then you'll also see where sometimes I try to, for the sake of having a discussion, I let them get out the crazy that they're going to say. But sometimes it's just as valuable to say, you know, you're insane. This. What are you doing? We should ridicule these people. We should ridicule and point out the laws and the things. It's important, because that is helping others to see how crazy some of these claims are. Which, again, we both agree that it's some of their crazy claims that are driving people away from them. So let them keep saying crazy shit, and we'll keep pointing out how crazy it is.
That's what I mean. I mean, that's why I think that this video, like Trump has drew a line in the sand with some people that um, a lot of people are going to have a hard time turning against. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Are you guys making fun of my bad, my poor use of sayings? Is that what's going on here? What did I say? Because it was pointed out. The line is, "What is your major malfunction?" What did I say? I thought I said that. What is your malfunction? I didn't say major. I guess I don't know. But yes, I do that. Sorry. The
We have little sayings in Kentucky.
Yeah, we talk a bit different here.
Yeah, we have sayings. What was it? I said something the other day that I always say, and people, somebody said, I have never heard that in my life. I was like,
Yeah.
what?
Me and Robin talk in a totally different way than whenever we're streaming to an audience.
Yeah.
Like, and we understand each other. Laura and I, same thing. Like, us having a conversation, some of you wouldn't even recognize some
Yeah.
of it. Like, it's just
We just
so,
need to get Farm in here with us. And like,
yeah, no doubt. I will occasionally bungle those things up, though. So yeah, it happens. But anyway, I guess let's wrap this thing. I had an excellent time talking with you today, Robin. To be
yes,
honest, when I got up today, I kind of almost dreaded this. Like,
I know you've been sick. I know you, like, last
yeah,
night. Yeah, I knew you was probably sick.
everything's fucked up. I can't hardly breathe. I've got green shit coming out of places where it shouldn't. And then I've got an exposed nerve in my tooth that is
Oh
hey,
my God.
it's a wonderful thing. I'm tempted to try and just remove it myself, but we'll see.
Is it loose?
A little bit.
Oh
Uh,
God.
I figure it'll break off, though. Is why I haven't tried. Because it's like it's got a cavity in it
Is it
that's
back tooth?
it's this one right here.
They got pretty long roots on them. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know that I got a pair of pliers capable of doing it either.
I
Though.
do. I have a set that you use to pull tusks out of hogs. Like,
Yeah.
and they're stainless and they're bent like this right here. And there's like a big gap in there, so they like fit around your teeth.
Yeah. That's what I need.
Yes, I have them.
Well, see, like going to the dentist here. So there are no dentists that accept Medicaid in this part of Kentucky. So what there are is there's a couple outfits that like have mobile dentists that show up once a month and they'll pull all your teeth for you and shit. Like, so I don't know how that's going to work out, but it's been a rough couple days with the being
Remember,
sick.
if it was like the old days, you could just go to the barber and have your teeth pulled. That's
If
how. Remember, the barber used to do the teeth pulling too back in.
if if if
Robin scares me
if
sometimes.
Laura would do it, she won't. I know she won't. If she would do it, I'd let her pull it.
She's probably not strong enough, actually. I mean, it'll like
Yeah,
they
you gotta pry on them sometimes.
yeah.
I don't think that one's gonna need that though, because I can move it with my tongue a little bit.
Oh,
Um,
okay. Well, just keep doing that,
yeah.
and
Uh,
then tie
I,
a string around it.
yeah. You know, it drives me crazy because I know Suboxone. I was on Suboxone for a number of years, and I know that it ruined my teeth. Uh, all the drugs and all the bullshit that I did, I still had. You know, I've always brushed my teeth and taken care of them, so I've got straight teeth and a decent smile. I mean, they are kind of yellow. I smoke a lot, but um, I've always taken care of my teeth. After I had heart surgery, they've just crumbled and fell apart. I don't know. I came out of heart surgery with 5 extra chips in my teeth from being intubated and stuff, and I don't know what the fuck, but all of a sudden I'm having problems with them. Um, take care of yourself, y'all. Get some rest, stay hydrated, use protection, and take your vitamins. Yeah, there you go. What did
Use protection. I love that.
what did Hulk Hogan used to say about something? Eat your vegetables, and take your vitamins.
I
Yeah,
like to use protection though. I love that part.
yeah. Well, probably not on that, but
Yeah, I probably
the
won't worry about that.
yeah. Uh, anyway, so just walk into a biker bar and yell, "Any girls know how to tango?" And they'll knock it out for you. Yeah. Uh, uh, I'll get it figured out. It's not a big deal. It's
I can mail you them pliers. I can send you them pliers in the mail for
if it gets hurt bad enough, I'll pull the bitch out. Like that's just how it is. The you know, if it's gonna hurt anyway, I might as well go ahead and do it. I've had teeth pulled. I had my wisdom teeth pulled, and 2 of them surgically removed, so I can handle it. All right, so coming up, um, Kelly mentioned something about if I do a member stream on Friday, she can join. So I may hold off till Friday and do that member stream then. I think that's a good day for it anyway. Saturday, I don't have my calendar pulled up, but I have guests planned for the next few weeks. We're going to be giving away some books here pretty soon again of a new author that's wrote a book on mythicism. David Fitzgerald, author of Mythicism, is coming back again. We'll have Cynthia
GE had
McDonald.
GE had Carrier on last night over that.
Yeah. There's a lot going on in that space right now, and I find mythicism to be really interesting. I don't think it matters, but it's a fun topic for people who are in this space and like into that stuff. I have to, whenever I spend a lot of time debating these creationists and interacting with Christians and stuff, it requires that I kind of keep up on certain amounts of information and things. Like I've had to learn. I've had to learn Hebrew words and meanings and all those things so that I can have the most informed conversation that I can have with those people I interact with. So I enjoy that aspect of it really. But mythicism is one of those things that I get like. I just go to the position of where science would stand on it, which is, you don't have the support to make that claim. You don't have sufficient evidence to make the claim that historical Jesus existed and all that stuff. So anyway, though, we're going to talk about mythicism with these guys coming up. Barabbas Jones, who just wrote a book, will be on here in a couple weeks, and I've got Cynthia McDonald coming on this Saturday. Be sure to check that out, and I'll be over on Kelly's channel, Detroit Atheist Queen, on the 12th, talking with her. So be sure to check that out. Robin and I should be back next Thursday. I'll have to get with Robin and we'll find out what day's good. But we'll be back on with Politicality again here in the next week or so. So definitely check that stuff out. Like and subscribe, please, if you like what we do here. I really appreciate it. It helps the channel. We are less than 30 subs away from 1,500, which is just an amazing milestone. Yeah, hit that subscribe button, please. But other than that, that's all I got. You got anything else, Robin? Robin has left the building. All right. Are you there? Robin's link is passing through chat. So, yeah, go subscribe to Robin if you want. And always catch her here in the middle of the week. I'll put together some clips and stuff again for next week, and we'll do it again. And Robin, you got anything else you want to add before we get out of here?
Yeah, I'm glad you said Thursday because Wednesday I have to get my shots. Like next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I have horrible doctor appointments coming up every day.
Thursday at 1 p.m. We'll be here.
And no, I don't have nothing. I'm trying to get some. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out some ways so I can do some debates and maybe moderate. I don't want to debate, but I want to moderate.
Yeah. Yeah. Look for that because I'm interested. I take all challenges. So
I just don't. Like my channel's not really big enough to get any like.
You can come here and we can stream it on both if you want. I don't care.
I would just
my channel's not big either.
I would like to be able to do that. Get away from maybe get some of the. I don't want non-Nazis or nothing. No, like modern day debate.
Well, that's why I said to you. Let me be clear. I told Robin I'm game. That doesn't mean when I say I take all challenges. I'm not interested in having conversations with someone whose only goal is to come and put forward their thoughts on trans people and all that bullshit that sometimes we come across here. If you're a bigot and a piece of shit, you need not apply because I will not be friendly in that case. Otherwise, I'm really easy to get along with, and anyone that's debated me will tell you that I'm completely friendly and I let people talk. And unless your name's Lionheart, and then fuck you and get fucked. But
yeah, fuck you, Lionheart.
Yeah, fuck you, Lionheart, and fuck Ken Ham too.
I won't be hosting no debates on transgender stuff.
No.
Nothing like that.
So here's my position on that, because there's been a lot of like controversy about things that are said on that topic in debates and people who shouldn't be going places they're going and whatever.
It's not debatable. You're right.
If you hold a position to where you think other people should be treated as less people than you or anyone else, go get fucked, because I don't have any interest in talking to you.
No.
We will start from the assumption that people are equal, and all people deserve to be treated as people. And if you can't handle that, then grow the fuck up, I guess. But all right. What else?
That's all. I'll just rattle around, but love y'all. Thank y'all for coming. It's good to see everybody.
Bye.
And remember, like Charlie Sykes says, remember, we're not the crazy